Hallo liebe Community, hier ist wieder euer Stanley von MoebiusGaming und wir folgen jetzt einer von drei von... Ach, wisst ihr was, ich mache das wieder wie beim letzten Mal. Ich würfel einfach. Lalala, mit meinem Würfel, den ich hier habe. Und je nachdem, was ich halt würfle, da latsche ich lang. Ja, eine 2. Also 1, 2. Ich fand die Musik eigentlich ganz toll. Das ist so ein richtiger Earcatcher. Oh, cool, ich habe es wieder hierhin geschafft.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we
Nicht ich,
trusted
die
you,
Würfel.
after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Du kennst auch nur eine Lösung, ne? Wenn man nur einen Hammer hat, dann ist alles in der Welt ein Nagel.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Na gut.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Ja, was soll man dazu sagen? Also klar, man kann da jetzt hier eine ganze Menge reininterpretieren, finde ich auch gar nicht schlecht. Aber auf mich wirkt es gerade eher so wie Operation Mindfuck halt, ne? Einfach langlaufen, genießen und ein bisschen Spaß haben.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Also ich will dir ja nicht zu nahe treten, lieber Narrator, aber das ist gerade ein bisschen Chaostheorie. Dass man sagt, dass das Ziel eines Weges ist im Weg selber enthalten.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean... did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Well, in the meantime... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
wir
he
fliehen gerade.
entered the
Deswegen gehen
door
wir
on
mal
his
links.
left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who moved my desk? Das finde ich witzig. Okay, ich weiß nicht, aber dazu kann man auch nicht allzu viel erzählen. Ja, das ist alles so Meta-Gaming hier, das ist alles so Meta-Kognition und Meta-Information.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Machen wir das doch mal. Das ergibt übrigens keinen Sinn hier. Zumindest Türen können wir irgendwie manipulieren.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Im Grunde war alles bisher irgendwie so auch so gleichzeitig Dead End, aber irgendwie auch nicht. Es ist schon ganz interessant, aber ich bin jetzt nicht so hardcore davon geflasht. Es ist wirklich cool. Also
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
tja, wir gehen jetzt in den Kaninchenbau. Man fährt halt nach unten ins Unbewusste, ne? Ins
Stanley
Dunkle.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
In die Mind Control Facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Tja, hier sind ja nicht weitere Knöpfe. Hier ist ja nicht mehr, was ich tun kann.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Schaut euch mal Werbepsychologie an. Leute, dann wisst ihr, wie man ordentlich manipuliert wird.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him
Alter, laber mich nicht, es tut mir echt leid, aber... Ja, ich kann mir vorstellen, dass das für Leute, die halt nicht so massiv bisher selber reflektiert haben, ein echt interessanter Denkanstoß sein kann. Aber das kommt mir gerade auch alles ein bisschen fake vor. Es hat so ein bisschen was vom Doom 1 Ending. Wobei das nicht wirklich wie ein Ausgang aussieht, muss man dazu sagen. Bumm.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Okay. Geht's jetzt schon wieder los? Versuchen wir jetzt einfach nochmal ein neues Ending. Aber das auch erst in der nächsten Folge. Bis dann. Ciao.